the supplements I take and why I take them. First and foremost, B12. We used to get this from drinking water from wells, streams, untreated, from eating dirt, which was on our produce. Nowadays it is in animal products, but typically it's been given to the animals in supplemental form, and therefore you're still taking a supplement, as it were. So that's not a good valid reason to not go vegan. B12 is essential for many roles in the body. Energy production from when we eat protein, carbs, fat. It helps the synthesis into ATP, the sort of energy currency of our bodies. It's important for a red blood cell, for formation, DNA replication, membrane efficiency, like the integrity of the cell membrane, whether it can let hormones in or out properly. This is all governed by if B12 is doing its job there. And it helps to produce the myelin sheath, which surrounds or should surround all of your nerves. If you're B12 deficient for any length of time, this can cause irreparable nerve damage. So, it's not a nutrient to be taken lightly. Number 2, DHA. It's a long chain omega-3 essential fatty acid that most omnivores typically get from eating fish. It's important for heart, brain, nerve health. Before, we used to eat a lot more wild sort of greens, weeds and things which do have direct DHA in. We can also get it as vegans from eating the blue-green algae, things like spirulina, chlorella, which is actually where the fish get it from in the first place. However, in the algae version, maybe you have like a powdered supplement, you're getting a myriad of other phytonutrients, whereas in the fish version, you're just kind of getting that, and you're getting a lot of environmental toxins that bioaccumulate up the food chain. Really, you are eating a lot of poison if you're eating fish. We can also make our own DHA from eating ALA, which is the plant version, the short chain omega-3. This is found particularly in chia and hemp seeds, flax seeds, walnuts. There's a small amount in a lot of leafy greens. As long as your omega-6 is not too high in comparison to your omega-3, that shouldn't be a problem. For a vegan, Dr. Michael Greger, again of nutritionfacts.org, he recommends like a 1-to-1 ratio of omega-3 to 6. Download the Chronometer app, pop your food into there that you're eating and check it, make sure you've got that in balance. The DHA supplement form is kind of a safeguard, it's a fail-safe. There can be conditions where people, for some reason or another, maybe they're not producing the enzyme or whatever reason, this is just a safeguard just to make sure you are getting the DHA, because you do risk like really ill health if you're not getting it in there. Number 3, vitamin D3. It's essential for a lot of things. It's actually a hormone, we found out. It's at least 3,000 metabolic processes in our body to date that we've learned of. It's muscle building, fat burning, libido, bone density, immune function. The list goes on and on and on. So really you can see it's essential for health. We meant to get it from the sun. You can get it from eating animal foods. Apparently it's really nigh on impossible to eat adequate, and it's also the foods that will give you heart disease, long before you got enough vitamin D. It's like hard cheeses and egg yolks and things like that. So really for a vegan, you either need to be getting the sun, that's how you're supposed to do it, or if not, I think this is one time where a supplement again is really essential. In the summertime, if I'm doing some sunbathing, obviously I won't take it those days, but particularly in the winter time or if I'm indoors a lot, it's one that I make sure that I do get. And last but by no means least, Glucosamine. This one is a vegan supplement. Let me turn it around so you can see it. Typically it's made from cuttlefish, so obviously it needs to be a vegan version of that if you're going to take it. It's really good. It's a very highly respected supplement for joint health. It adds to the quantity of the synovial fluid in your joints. Just keeps them in good order. Myself and anecdotally a lot of my friends, we all swear by it. It's it's a supplement that sells really, really well, and for good reason. If you're lifting heavy things, if you run, you're any sort of an athlete, or into older age as well, even if you're quite sedentary, I imagine this one, you know, really, really good for your joint health, keep you well. Okay, that's about it from me. I don't like to have a lot of supplements. I prefer to get my nutrition from real food. If you supplement loads of things, you know, we don't know that half of how the body works. We don't know how having too much of one thing's going to affect like something else. Calcification of the organs is really fairly common because people bang in so much like calcium tablets, or perhaps they drink dairy which is not meant for us, and yeah, it really leads to ill health. Real food is where it's at. Fruit and veg has exponentially more nutrition than other products, than other foods, and it's a symphony of nutrition. It's not just cherry pick a bit of this, bit of that. You know, we don't know really what we're doing. Let's just eat food as Mother Nature intended. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Go vegan for victory.